Hello good people, I'm going to solve a few problems by using geometric theorems and reasoning. We have two parallel lines that are being cut by a third. We're also told that angle alpha is 147 degrees minus x, while angle beta is x plus 61. Suppose that we need to solve for x as well as for gamma. Angles alpha and beta are vertically opposite. This means that they are congruent. And so I can write that alpha equals beta. Alpha is the same as 147 minus x, while beta is the same as x plus 61. To solve for x, I need to do some transposing. I'm firstly going to add x to both sides. That will give me 147 equals 2x plus 61. I will transpose 61 by subtracting it from both sides. And that will give me 86 equals 2x. The 2 will be transposed by division. And that will give me 43 degrees equals x. Now I can determine the actual magnitude of angle alpha. Alpha equals 147 degrees minus x. But now I know that x is 43 degrees. This means that I can substitute. 147 minus 43 will give me 104 degrees. And since alpha and beta are congruent, I can also say that beta is 104 degrees. What about the angle gamma? Angles beta and gamma are co-interior angles, and those angles add up to 180 degrees. I can substitute for beta and then transpose the 104 degrees, and that will give me gamma equals 76 degrees. Let's look at the next problem. Here we have a right angle triangle. Recall that this symbol indicates a right angle of 90 degrees. We are told that angle theta equals 126 degrees. Suppose that we want to calculate the magnitudes of angle alpha and beta. Angles theta and alpha are angles of a straight line. They are supplementary angles that add up to 180 degrees. I'm going to substitute for theta and then transpose the 126 degrees. That will give me alpha equals 54 degrees. What about beta? I know that angles alpha, beta, and this right angle need to add up to 180 degrees. I also know that alpha is 54 degrees. I can add the 54 and 90, and that will give me 144 degrees plus beta equals 180 degrees. By transposing the 144 degrees, I can calculate that beta equals 36 degrees. Let me look at two more problems. There is a lot going on here. We have parallel lines that are indicated by these arrowheads, and within those parallel lines, we have an isosceles triangle. How do I know that this is an isosceles triangle? These bars are telling me that side AC is the same as side CB. And a triangle with two equivalent sides is an isosceles triangle. The only value given to us is the magnitude of angle gamma, 50 degrees. Using that, we need to determine the magnitudes of the other four angles. All of the angles within a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. I know that gamma is 50, so I can substitute. Right now I have two unknowns, alpha and beta, which means it's a bit difficult to solve this equation as it stands right now. However, the fact that I'm dealing with an isosceles triangle provides me with another piece of information. Yes, these two sides are of the same length, but in an isosceles triangle, these two angles, alpha and beta, will be congruent. Alpha equals beta. And now, every time I see beta, I could write another alpha. So this means that I will have alpha plus 50 degrees equals 180 degrees. Alpha plus alpha is the same as 2 alpha plus 50 degrees equals 180 degrees. Now I need to do some transposing. I'm going to subtract 50 from both sides. That will give me 2 alpha equals 130 degrees. And I'm going to transpose the 2 by division, which means alpha equals 65 degrees. Seeing how alpha and beta are congruent, I can now also say that beta equals 65 degrees. What about angles theta and delta? Angles alpha and theta are alternate interior angles, which means they are congruent. In a similar fashion, angles beta and delta are also alternate interior and they are congruent as well. And so I could say that angle delta is 65 degrees, and the same is true for angle theta. I can verify all of this by adding angles theta, gamma, and delta. They are angles of a straight line. When I substitute in their magnitudes and then add them, I will end up with 180 equals 180, which means I have not broken any geometric theorems. Let me look at the final problem for this video. Here we have a parallelogram. The opposing sides are parallel and of equal magnitude. We are also told that the angle alpha is 78 degrees. We need to determine the magnitudes of the other three angles. In a parallelogram, the opposing angles are congruent, and so I could say that alpha equals gamma. This means that gamma equals 78 degrees. Next, I can say that angles alpha and beta are co-interior angles, and they add up to 180 degrees. I can substitute for alpha and then transpose the 78 to give me beta equals 102 degrees. Beta and delta are opposing angles within a parallelogram, and so they are congruent, which means I can write that beta equals delta, and this means that delta equals 102 degrees. That is all for now, and I will see you on the flip side.